moved to Austin after graduating from Berklee College of Music in Boston. I studied music business and came to Austin with the intention of getting involved in the music industry. I actually started out as a volunteer at the festival, helping out with artist hospitality that first year. After meeting a few of the festival coordinators, I then kind of transitioned into assisting with vendor coordination as a whole. And a few years later, I started working full-time as their marketing director.
Nice. That's a really great story,
Yeah.
starting out as a volunteer, working your way up. So how do you guys market the festival?
We like to kind of stay on the cutting edge of digital marketing techniques. So we're doing a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of conversion tracking and whatnot. So there's a lot of data and analytics that go into it, but we still are very actively utilizing traditional media as well. We do radio, we do print, we do a lot of street team efforts, so hanging up posters in multiple cities. We have an active street team that is exit flyering handbills after tons of shows and whatnot. So we kind of hit it from all angles.
Awesome. So how do you guys bring in different acts? The festival consists of comedians, skateboardists, wrestlers, bands.
Right. Well, it's always been a genre-based festival, and so we go into the booking process with that in mind, and we're catering to almost 4 separate demographics. And so there's a lot that goes into that, and we always try to kind of find new cutting-edge acts. We pride ourselves on being a music discovery festival. So we want people to go to FunFest because they're excited about a lot of the artists they do know, but we also want them to discover artists they maybe haven't heard yet. We also kind of have a fixation, not a fixation, but we love bringing back vintage acts or bands that haven't played in a while to do some kind of throwback sets as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that most of the bands you guys booked aren't current.
I know, we kind
like
of have a
stars.
90s vibe this year.
Yeah. So has that always been a thing for the festival, just booking?
I think so. I mean, like I said, booking tries to hit it from all angles, but there's always kind of a moment pre-booking process that we huddle as a team and kind of create this giant wish list of bands we would like to see, and that includes bands that aren't performing anymore. And so sometimes we do, just specifically for fun, we'll bring together an act that hasn't played in a while, which is always exciting.
Nice. And what are some of the bands that you've pitched that you would like to come see play at the festival?
My personal picks for this year's festival?
Just like since you've started, like some of your best personal ones.
Some of my favorites. Well, I'm really excited about Viet Cong this year. They're one of my favorite bands right now. Speedy Ortiz as well. Shamir is amazing, kind of up-and-comer hip-hop crossover act. And in the past, we've just had tons of stuff that I love. I'm a big Sharon Von Etten fan, a big Tune Yards fan. It kind of runs the gamut. I have a very eclectic taste, like a lot of the people at our company do.
Awesome. So how do you guys price the tickets for a single day, weekend, smooth pass?
So a single day is going to run you $89. 3 days is going to run you $199. The ultimate smooth pass, which is our VIP experience, is going to run $450, but that includes specific access to viewing areas that are directly in front of the stage. So it's kind of that's probably the best perk of it, in my opinion, is having immediate access to the bands that you want to see. You don't have to fight your way through the crowd. You can just kind of stroll up to the front and catch it up close.
So do the prices go up like each year as like bigger acts come, or?
Over the years, yes, it has increased slightly. Someone showed me their ticket stub for year 1 of Fun Fest, and it was $20, which is outrageous to me. I've been with the festival for 5 years, and it has increased slightly, but not outrageously. It's pretty comparable with most 3-day music festivals, but we like to think that we stand out a little bit more and offer unique programming, so anybody that does attend, we feel like they're going to get their money's worth, because in addition to that, what's happening on the festival, we have our nights programming, and so anyone with a festival wristband can go to our after shows, and those are happening across 14 venues throughout downtown. So festival ends at 10, but you can take an Uber or taxi downtown and check out tons of other free shows. So some of the smaller bands that maybe played earlier in the day will have like maybe be headlining at Mohawk or something. So it's a good opportunity to see some of your favorite bands in a different environment as well.
Yeah. How was the Thunderdome created?
Well, the Thunderdome is kind of our solution to our will call line issue that we ran into last year. We had several people purchase last minute past the shipping cutoff date for passes, and kind of this perfect storm formed where people didn't pick up their passes prior to arriving to the festival. So we had a huge line, and to combat that this year, we offered 3 full weeks of credential pickup. So people had every opportunity to come early, get their passes, and then just kind of a fun twist on it was offering the unique programming each night at the Thunderdome. So it's been kind of fun. We had a lot of collaboration between our staff members to come up with some kind of the weird, wacky stuff that went on, and we're definitely strongly encouraging everyone that has purchased passes, or if you haven't purchased passes yet, to go to the Thunderdome to pick up your passes.
Now, do you think something like this solves a lot of issues? Like, I know ACL has their big student sale. This past ACL, students got hurt.
Right.
Their lines were really horrible, had so much security. Do you think maybe they should adopt something like this?
I think it's an education process, and we're having to inform a lot of our fans that, this is the way to do it. Come as early as you can. Avoid, running into trouble closer to the festival. We don't want anyone to miss artists that they pay to see. These first 2 weeks that we were open, they were kind of slow. Not a ton of people, or not as many people picked up that we would have liked to have seen. But it's constantly like more and more people are coming every day as we get closer to the festival. And so we're hoping that just we get as many people credentials in their hands prior to festival gates as we can.
How was the taco cannon brought into the festival? It's a really big thing for the festival, really well known for this.
Definitely. It kind of started out as a joke. I think there was a video on YouTube that circulated throughout the office of this really insane contraption. I think it was originally used to shoot T-shirts at like sports events and whatnot. But one of our team members came up with, what if we put tacos in this instead of T-shirts, and like launched it into the audience at FunFest, and it surprisingly took, and it's become a huge sensation. Everybody loves it. The crowd goes wild. Artists get really excited if they're given the opportunity to just shoot it. It's just one ridiculous stunt. I don't know.
And is there like specific tacos from Austin local restaurants?
It's changed over the years. We've worked with Torchy's in the past. We've also worked with Tamale House East, and this year we're working with El Cholito.
Nice. It's great to get a variety of them in. So is there any new additions to the festival this year?
As far as vendors, or what you'll see on site? Or
overall, I guess mainly what you'll see on site.
I think a lot of what you're going to see is probably similar to what you've seen in years past, maybe amplified a little bit. We have the Volcom skate team out doing the Super Collider again, that gigantic skate ramp. We have live wrestling, a lot of weird comedians and oddities happening on the yellow stage. Some kind of fun stuff that we haven't done in the past. There was kind of a science theme element this year, and so we're having Bill Nye's kicking off the week on Thursday with Star Talk Live at ACL Live. And we have a NASA scientist coming and giving a talk. Just kind of stuff that we find interesting and fun, and we hope everyone else does as well.
Nice. So does the closure of some of the local Austin venues downtown, does that impact the night shows in any way?
We've had to roll with the punches and relocate certain shows. The venue that's previously been Red 7 is actually being utilized for nights programming this year, and later reopening as a club, so we hope to continue to work with them in the future, and we're just having to make adjustments here and there for sure, but we're making it work.
Awesome. Well, we enjoy the night shows. We'll enjoy the festival this weekend, and thank you for coming in.